I think if the Chiefs would have looked in the second half like they did in the first half and won by, 2 touchdowns or more, they would have opened up the favorite last night, because they did open up a 2.5-point dog at most spots, and money has been coming in on KC over the last 8 to 10 hours. The Niners are down to a 1-point favorite at most spots. There is a 1.5 out there. The total's been between 47.5 and 48.
Chiefs go off the favorite?
I think it's going to be...
Right. Well, wrong team. Wrong team's favorite. Wrong team's favorite.
You think so? I was really hoping to grab Chiefs 3, but unfortunately, it's not going to get to that point.
Yeah. This guy, only Brady and Montana have won more playoff games, 6 AFC championship games, and now 4 trips to the Super Bowl. And we have the rematch of 2019. So, will Mahomes win another one here and become only the 5th quarterback to win 3? Or will Mr. Irrelevant get one and the Niners end the 29-year drought? Also, 10 of the last 11 champions have had odds of 12-1 or shorter now with this Super Bowl matchup, too. Yeah,
I can tell you right now, Paulie, there's absolutely no question in my mind about this. I'm going to have 10 times more money on props than I will on the side of the total. I don't even know if I'll have a bet on the side of the total.
Oh, come on.
Because I missed the Chiefs plus the 3.
Come on.
Also, if it goes back to 49ers 2.5, then leading up to the game, I will probably either tease the Chiefs or play alternate numbers and I'll combine it with some basketball games to lead into the game. Because if I could get the Chiefs at an alternate price that's not ridiculous at 8 or 8.5, I would do that and tie it into other games. But I will see where this number goes.
Spags is incredible, no doubt.
Clearly got the edge here in this game.
Very concerned about Wilkes and how bad this 49er defense has been. You would think Pacheco's going to be able to get going and have a big game. I imagine Kelsey scores too, as Taylor will find a way to get back from, where is she, Tokyo? Get back in time for the game out here. And it just seems like it's everything coming up Kansas City here. That this guy can't lose it. Here it is again. He's a dog again. He's 10-1-1 career ATS as a dog. I think 9 of them outright with the wins. And here he is again as an underdog.
So Adam Chernoff's going to be on today. He comes on every Friday during the football season. I listened to his podcast on the way in, and we'll ask him about this. And he said exactly what I was kind of thinking last night during the game. Where are you at? This is the key to me. Where are you at with the Chiefs overall finding their way offensively? Because remember now in the playoffs, Dolphins, so many injuries. Bills, ton of injuries. And they were getting 7+ yards per play in that game against Buffalo. Yesterday in the first half, it looked like the Mahomes, who has won a couple of MVPs, and the Kelsey that we've watched play now for 7-8 years and just be unstoppable in his prime. In the first half, they had no answer for him. Mm-hmm. But then in the second half, it completely flipped. And it was punt. I mean, they did nothing in the second half whatsoever. Not a thing. And the Ravens could not capitalize on that. So yes, it looked great for 30 minutes, but then it completely flipped. They did nothing, and they were fortunate to win the game. And now you got to, in your brain now get to, okay, what does that mean when they face this 49ers defense that looks like they're very vulnerable right now? Yes.
And so many guys were wide open for the Lions for much of the game, and then how easy it was picking up the long third down conversions.
That and also...
That's another thing, and just gashing them on the ground. So
the line of scrimmage for the Lions yesterday, they just destroyed the 49ers up front.
Yep. But what does San Francisco and Purdy do? I don't know what Purdy I'm going to get.
I know.
I mean, it was great to see what he did with his legs, too, keeping with those long runs that led to points, too. But I don't know what Purdy I'm going to get. Well, I mean, how bad was that in the first half? How bad was the Green Bay game? How bad was Christmas? But he was excellent in the second half and made all the plays.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you brought that up. If yesterday was the Super Bowl, the Niners game, who's the MVP of the game? Would you give it to Purdy or would you give it to McCaffrey? Or somebody else?
I guess I give it to Purdy.
That's how good he was in the second half?
Yeah.
I don't even know who I would give it to be honest, but it would be probably one of those two, and I would lean Purdy. Those plays with his legs, man, where'd that come from? And now he had 30 yards rushing yesterday. His Super Bowl prop rushing yards open up 11.5.
Yeah. But auto play fourth quarter under and second half under. No doubt about that, with this ridiculous Kansas City defense and all the issues they've had offensively. So that's Dan Campbell gets a share too for MVP. But this is I have to take the Chiefs. I have to take the Chiefs. I mean, it's just we've seen this over and over again. Like you said, like how many you're going to make him an underdog again?
Okay, better quarterback. I mean, Purdy was really good. He had a really nice season. Mahomes is a better quarterback. Better head coach. I think there's now a clear gap here, if there wasn't already. I'll take Andy Reid, and some of the stuff they do in short yardage again, I kind of scratch my head.
Right.
But Kyle Shanahan has lost points with me in the playoffs here this year.
Moody's good. Moody Blues.
Oh,
there
yeah.
will be Moody Blues.
Yep.
He'll miss a kick. That's another one.
So,
big. I give the special teams edge to Kansas City.
You have to. Again, head coach, OC, Reid, that's definitely Kansas City.
I don't have faith in Wilkes.
And I think that might be the biggest difference here in the entire game is Wilkes compared to Spagnuolo. Spagnuolo is the nuts with this defense and has been for a long, long time. Wilkes, I put my arms up in the air, hands, and I'm just like, I don't know what the hell they're doing. It was a bad look again yesterday.
Yep.
I don't know, like overall, maybe this defensive side of the ball is completely overrated because the offense was so good this year.
Yep. And then sometimes it's just meant to be, right? Taylor Swift becomes an NFL fan, and she goes right to the Super Bowl. She going to win this now, too? Kelsey wins it, retires. I mean, it's all right there. I can see the whole thing clearly.